Happy New Year's, brothers and sisters of Local 2627. Hope everybody had a pleasant holiday. Let me just give you an update on a couple of things that went on. The biggest thing, of course, is on everybody's mind is the snowstorm. Well, the city being Bloomberg, Mayor Bloomberg decided the city was not going to be closed, even though in most cases it was closed because there was no way to get to work or no way to notify anybody that you couldn't get to work. Now everybody was aware that most of the transit system had broken down, as far as you couldn't get in on the subway, you couldn't get in on the bus, you couldn't get in on Long Island Railroad or even the Metro North. The mayor refused to see this as a hardship, which is kind of his normal. Anyway, right now the way it stands is if you couldn't make it in at all, you have to charge it to either your comp time or your annual leave. If you came in late, the latency will be excused entirely. Now, what we're going to do is, we meaning DC 37, we're going to try to grieve this charging it to our annual leave, our comp time, because it was no fault of our own. Like I mentioned, we couldn't even call our bosses or our supervisors because they didn't even make it in. We have to stay tuned on this one and see where this one goes. We've been this route before. Thank goodness for John Liu. John Liu was able to put a halt on another waste of our money, the city's money, with this Northrop and the 9/11 system. $200 million allocated for a project that's John Liu has found a whole lot of holes in, and that he's put a halt to. Now, I was looking at something which I'll see if I can hold it up and show you so that you can see it. This is a report, City of New York, Office of the Controller, Bureau of Financial Audit, and down here, you see what the form is, FS10-1365, May. It's a report of May 13th of 2010. Now, reading through this report, which is about 20 pages long, there are 9 agencies, and I will just name the agencies off the list right quick. City Administrative Services, Human Resources Administration, Administration for Children's Services, Department of Finance, New York City Fire Department, Citywide Administrative Services, Capital Assessment Management System, Human Resources Administration, Medical Assistance Tracking Information System, Department of Sanitation, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. These are 9 agencies who have been wasting a lot of the city's monies, and we're talking to the tune of tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. These employees that we are losing to layoffs and things like that could have had their jobs if these agencies hadn't wasted money on consultants, because this waste has came from consultants. The consultants are coming in trying to create systems, and they don't have the technical skills, the expertise, or the accountability necessary to complete these tasks. And they are costing us many, many, many jobs. We're going to have to really look at these things in the future, and we're going to have to take a more of a political action thing, as far as we need to go to the polls and vote for the right people to make sure the right people are there. Like, again, thank goodness for people like John Liu and people like Bill de Blasio for having our backs to start, stemming this tide of total wastefulness. It's a shame. And I gave you a copy. I showed you a copy of this. You can go online and look at the documentation yourself, and you'd be surprised. I mean, I look at some of the stuff, $50 million wasted here, $15 million wasted there. I mean, this is crazy. This is totally crazy. Again, mentioning the city time, you make sure that you get training. And a lot of these projects up here, the consultants are going to be stopped, and we need to find out what skill set they're using to do these tasks, or allegedly supposed to be doing these tasks, and we need to get the training in these tasks. Contracts. Of course, the city's not willing to sit down. Local 2627 and DC 37 are ready to sit at the table and negotiate our new contracts. We have not heard anything from the city, and we are waiting. I mean, we're waiting. We're contacting them, we're asking, and we're getting no reception from them at all. They're not interested. Another issue, eAlerts. And the reason why I'm bringing up eAlerts, I received a memo from a reply from an e-alert that we sent out about something that was happening in our local, and a member wanted to know, why do we have to know this information? Well, I would think that you want to know anything that's going on in the local, because everything that goes on in the local, whether it's just the executive board or whether it's the general membership, it affects all of us. And we have a policy in this local, in this office, in this executive board of full disclosure, because the people who are sitting in our positions here represent you, and we're supposed to represent you to our best abilities, and we're supposed to be honorable, honest people. And if I find out somebody's not honorable and honest, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know, because we're not going to have people sitting and that's supposed to have your back and that really don't have your back, or just sitting here with titles. Well, I mean, we have a responsibility to protect our members, and that's my job, to make sure that you are protected. And if the people that are sitting here that are elected with me are not doing their jobs, yes, I'm going to let you know, so that we, because I'm a member also, so that we do not make this mistake again. I was shocked when somebody asked me, do you have to know? Do you have to know? This is kind of crazy. We have all types of things that are going on that are not productive to our local, and anytime that happens, you're supposed to know. That's your right. And when I first took office, I told you, if I find anything grimy going on, I'm going to let you know, because I don't want people to be surprised. Well, we didn't notice. Why didn't you tell us? Because I've had that situation a couple of times. And this is not the first administration. It happens all over the country in all types of administrations. There are changes during administrations when things are not going the way they're supposed to go. My job is to protect you. The job of the executive board is to protect you. And the only way for you to protect you, you have to know what's going on. And I will continue to make sure you know what's going on. And let this be a warning to anybody out there who's supposed to protect the rights of the members of Local 2627 that are not doing it. I'm putting you on call. And like they say in the hood, I'm putting you on blast, because I'm going to make sure our brothers and sisters out there know this. Until next Monday, I want everybody to have a wonderful week. And there was no good and welfare this week, as far as nothing negative. And please, it's never nice to have negative things going on during the holiday seasons. Thank you very much. In solidarity, Robert Ajay.